Good evening, folks. It's Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project, Magnetic Reversal News, and Shinrin-yoku, bringing you a grand solar minimum update Saturday, January 9th, 11 p.m. Mountain Time, 2020. The big story, 6.1 kicking off in Argentina just moments ago, but I digress. Heavy wet snow headed for the southern U.S. Keep calm. It's boom time. Yes, indeed, half a foot of snow is expected in the southern plains this weekend. Texas, the nexus of the schmexus, could be picking up some of those totals. A strong winter storm will track across Texas late tonight into Sunday. Widespread precipitation will form within this storm system, transitioning from rain to snow. It's so difficult to predict, and that's what the mainstream says. Difficult snow forecast setting up for the deep south. It's rare to get a slam dunk snow forecast in the deep south, and this one is no exception. Borderline temperatures will likely lead to a lot of disappointments for snow lovers in parts of Texas, the nexus of the schmexus, as well as Louisiana, Mississippi, Tennessee, Arkansas, and Alabama. That's Arkansas for those that live there. This go around might be no different. Snow begins to move into parts of the Louisiana, Arkansas, Mississippi from Texas late Sunday night into early morning, Monday morning. We think temperatures are going to be pretty marginal for this event. Well, Diamond thinks sudden stratospheric warming, tickling the fancy of these freaks, might give them a few tweaks. Here's the snowfall totals from January 3rd to the 7th. I know we're in a 2-day delay, but this doesn't mean the totals are epic. 75 inches in Whistler, 75 at Mount Baker, 60 at Crystal Mountain in Washington State. Holy macaroni. 18, totally bogus at the Bogus Basin. 30 in Jackson Hole. Whose hole are you filling? Apparently it's quite deep. Loveland at 11. Did I just say that? 17 inches in Squaw Valley. Holy macaroni. Winter storm watch issued for potential snow accumulation Sunday in Texas, the nexus of the schmexus. 1 or more inches of snow possible across the Brazos Valley, Sunday to Sunday night. That's your plight. What does that even mean? Best chance of 1 to 4 above this line, 1 to 3 in this triangle, and you have a low chance in that green zone. Here's your NAM forecast, your graph forecast, your Euro forecast, and your GFS, for sake. It's totally wacko on the GFS. That's what they say. Could be a mix, according to the Euros. Upstate New York, snow drought could end soon with a big bang or a boom, depending on how you look at it. And these purple regions apparently, well, that's where Topknot lives. Holy macaroni. That's his boyhood home. And many others up from Rochester through Buff, all the way up through Maine. It's insane. Areas in purple include all of upstate New York, could see heavy snow as of January 15th to the 17th, thanks to the sudden stratospheric warming. We predicted that a few days ago, didn't we? Snowfall analysis from the last 48 hours. Hours of powers in the west, not really. High elevations picking up the big totals, but a light smattering over much of the Rocky Mountains here in the north. But right here on the Missouri-Arkansas line, we're picking up some considerable snow, 3 to 5 inches, as well as a smattering through Tennessee. Greensburg, 12 inches. Greensboro, hello. And more snow is coming to this region, including to Louisiana. There's even snow here in Georgia and northern Alabama. How come nobody emailed me? Holy macaroni. Here are the models. They're not schmodels. This is the most recent model, just going out 84 hours of powers, and we're going to break it through. Heavy snow is going to move into Washington State. That's their fate by Monday. Dumping in the mountains. Look at that. 16 to 24 inches in many regions. But let's look at this hiccup. Just came through our region. We got a poo-poo. We're in the white zone here. We got nothing. But all of eastern New Mexico picked up snow. They're in a drought. That's good news. And then look at this droughty region. Texas, the nexus of the schmexus, the big winner in the entire continental U.S. for snowfall from January, let's look at it, 10th, 11th, yes, 10th and 11th, they win. No one else gets as much snow, except maybe up in the Olympics, as Texas does. And that, well, that's a boom. And taking you through Wednesday, take a look. Idaho picking up heavy totals. Eastern Oregon, where they need it the most. Will Rattlesnake Ridge slip? Does anyone know what I'm talking about? Weekend winter storm for the southern Rockies into the southern plains. What about Texas? A winter storm is impacting the southern Rockies, southern plains into the lower Mississippi Valley. Heavy snow is expected from eastern New Mexico into north central Texas. I love saying that. A few inches of snow with a wintry mix is expected in the lower Mississippi Valley into Monday. Also, heavy rain and thunderstorms may produce flooding into parts of coastal Texas and the Louisiana, which hasn't seen snow for 3 years, folks. So, cross your fingers. Now, if you had listened to our forecast 14 days ago about Spain, and no one did, you would have known what we're about to report. Storm Filomena. Spain sees exceptional snowfall. Madrid, one of the worst affected areas, is set to see up to 20 centimeters of snow in the next 24 hours. That's only 8 inches. We laugh at that. We just sweep it off with a broom. A 54-year-old man was found dead under the snow in the town of Zaragillo, northwest of Madrid, because the hardest hit areas are not Madrid. Madrid is collapsing and experiencing an emergency with the blizzard of the century with 8 inches. God, what if they actually got some real snow? Do you know we get 29 feet a year here for... Anyway, Madrid. A storm in Spain killed 4 people, paralyzed travel, and blanketed the capital of Madrid in so much snow on Saturday that skiers took to the main Gran Via thoroughfare. And Diamond predicted this, well, quite a bit ago. Frost in Morica, which is the southeastern coast of Spain, will reduce the supply of vegetables in the coming weeks. This is where all the zucchini, broccoli, and cauliflower are grown. Many brassicas. 2021 has started with a drastic drop in temperatures in much of Spain, which is expected to continue through the week. Yes, since the early hours of Monday, frosts have been recorded in Morica, Murcia, and the southern of Alicante. I climbed there just about a decade ago. It's a beautiful region, but they do not freeze. And when you see frozen cabbages like this in the middle of winter, you know that something bad is happening. Some parts of the Gundalatin Valley, temperatures have dropped as low as -5 degrees C. The crops of Campo de Lorca, where there have already been 5 frosts in 2 weeks, have also been affected. Weather forecasts suggest that the cold wave will continue the rest of the week and into the stratospheric warming event, which will be the 3rd week of January into February. Those crops are gone, and there will be starving people in a few months. We'll do a video on that. It's not your fault, kids. There will be food in the supermarkets, so don't be scared. If you have money, you'll be able to buy it. Now, here we are with the 6.1 kicking off in Argentina. Let's check the space weather to see if there's any... Well, there is a density spike here. And we just switched. The ghost magnetometer just went up into the positive range, so we're switching in nanoteslas. So this flux plus the density could have kicked that off. We're not in the proper phi angle at 180 where most quakes occur. We have, in fact, hit the ground. Plasma speed is at the bottom. And we've been at KP0 for most of the last 2 days. So anything is possible, folks. Worldwide Volcano News Update. With KP0, we should expect increased volcanic activity. And we see it here on the map. Sabancaya blasting to 27,000 feet. Reventador 14, Sinabung puffing and passing. Popo to 20 grand. Hello. And we have an uptick in Merapi with a 10,000-foot eruption in the last 24 hours. Hours of powers, and we have some video footage of some incandescent lava bombs 36 hours ago prior to the 10,000-foot eruption. And not only that, Pacaya in Guatemala, new lava flows and a series of strong explosions kicked off by that KP0. Are you picking it up? We just put it down in the forms of lava and space weather. Earthquake activity continues in the Reykjanes volcano in Iceland. On the 7th of January, 2 earthquakes with magnitude of 3.1 and 3.2 took place in Reykjanes, along with dozens of others. The earthquake activity on the ridge has been ongoing for 1 year. Inflation was detected on the 21st of January, and Met Office has continued since then. Area of activity is now larger than it was ever since the start of the activity. There is currently no sign of an eruption. However, This might change without warning. That's why we bring you this information, to keep a close eye on what is going to eventually happen in our lifetimes in Iceland shortly. A big boom soon. And as we deepen into the grand solar minimum, we would see an increase in cosmic rays, a weakening of the magnetosphere, and increased volcanic activity and earthquakes. Now, the earthquakes haven't picked up so much, but the volcanic activity is now starting to trickle in. So we're keeping a close eye on that. Now, Mars is weird. Mars is many things. It's cold, it's dry, it's spectacular. But most of all, well, it's weird. Take a look at this shot. High-rise camera view of strange fan-like sprays of dark material erupting from the ground near the south pole of Mars. Probably cosmic ray influenced. The sun affects all planets in the biggest ways. Now, at its south pole are a series of layered deposits, a huge region where nearly pure water ice mixed with dust and sand was laid down year after year, eons ago, according to the masters. Wind erosion has carved this into a beautiful terraces now. But when you zoom in, you see that there are regions where odd patterns dominate, an intricate and vast network of furrows, interwoven channels that stretch for kilometers. They are oddly certainly, but if you happen to look at the austral pole of Mars during local springtime, the visit is much stranger. Now, this might appear as shadows initially, but because of the direction of the shadows shifting, either there's a bright light in one spot here, or these are actually eruptive activities. And they look like little sand farts of some carbonaceous material coming out through the plume. It could be a factor of the melting ice farting out gases in a limited atmosphere. That's my take. These features are fans of dark material sprayed out on the ground. The sources look like similar to geysers, but they spray it from carbon dioxide. Oh my God, let's tax Mars, not water. And they have intrigued planetary scientists since they were first seen since the 90s. Yes, because they want to find out a way to tax Mars, for goodness sakes. Now look at this dendritic pattern. Liechtenstein much? Yes, this is a Lichtenberg pattern. Has nothing to do with erosion. It has everything to do with electricity. If anyone tells you anything less, then they're an idiot. The last of the Siberian unicorns is the woolly rhino. Many people love this creature, but have never seen one in all its glory. And it is a glorious creature. Take a look at this baby. Holy macaroni. Why they made it look like it was sleeping and falling down, I have no idea. He looks sad. But this was not a sad creature. This was a spectacular animal that humans lived just standing right here next to it. This baby was about 15 to 25 feet long, maybe 7 to 15 feet high, and just a spectacular creature that probably smelled like total garbage, almost like Sasquatch. Did I say that? Can I even get back to the original article? I doubt it. There it is. Elasmotherium, also known as the great rhinoceros or the great Siberian unicorn, is an extinct species of rhino that lived in the Eurasian area in the late Pleistocene, and a fantastic specimen at that. They have been documented from 2.6 million years ago, but the most recent fossils come from 29,000 years ago, just prior to the second magnetic reversal that we've experienced during human occupation of Earth. According to early estimated descriptions, the beast stood 6.56 feet tall and 15 feet long and weighed an impressive 4 tonnes, which would be 8,000 pounds to you and me. That's a lot of meat. That's like 5 elk. That could literally feed 50 people for weeks, months. So back in the day, hey, there was plenty of food on Earth for dumb schmucks like you and I. Are we on Wi-Fi? There we are. Hello. Good to see you. I just got done a amazing phone call with David Dubine, and we're going to be getting in touch tomorrow afternoon, sometime around noon, and recording a great podcast on the state of the state, whatever that means. Let me just try to get it all in here. I don't know how to do this. I should have set this up earlier. I'm sorry. But there's your woolly rhino. Where are we? A few more slides and we're done. There's the woolly rhinoceros or the Siberian unicorn. Amazing animal. The horn weighs as much as half of the animal. Now, a mysterious crater unexplained in Colorado, despite multiple theories. First identified as an impact source, then poo-pooed as not an impactor, and then re-pooed as an impactor. Well, I think that maybe Diamond and Rex Bear have to do some investigation out here. It's only an hour and a half from our position, and we're going to be going out and checking out this mysterious crater unexplained in Colorado. It's in the San Luis Valley, just north of the sand dunes, and I'm going to take some names, get some information. I'll leave you the links to the article so you can bone up before the podcast. Now, how to see Mercury, Jupiter, and Saturn in the rare triple conjunction this weekend? Well, first of all, you have to be awake. Second of all, you have to have a clue. And then third, you got to go outside and look up. And you're going to be looking southwest, the same place you saw the Great Conjunction last month. December 21st, remember? That same spot. Those two planets have now separated, Jupiter and Saturn, and they're now dipping down, and now Mercury will join them. Holy macaroni, in a triangle. What does that mean for us? Global cooling, global unrest, and the reset of society. Sign of the times. A trio of planets makes an appearance at dusk this weekend when Jupiter and Saturn still chilling together, however slightly apart. From the after party from last month's rare Great Conjunction, we'll be joined just above the western to southwestern horizon by the more flighty planet Mercury. I don't ever believe I've seen planet Mercury in conjunction with either of these planets, so I'll definitely be viewing it. The planetary trio is a rare sight that can be witnessed with the naked eye just after sunset over the next several days. If you wait more than that, you will lose out. Saturday evening offers perhaps the best opportunity, and then Sunday night, tomorrow, you'll get a good chance at these three worlds bunched together. So go out there and look to the southwest at sunset tomorrow and pray for the best. Now, the Great Conjunction kicks off global cooling on our planet each and every time, where we have a 10 to 15 year period of a drastic drop in temperature, reduced crop production. And the last time it happened, we had the global cooling, the Ice Age scare of 1974 down here. And so this could literally be the tipping point for the next Ice Age. And the planetary alignments control everything. So I want to just bring you up to speed in case you haven't been there. Now, for those of you that have shifted from the neocon, liberal, garbage, Nazi propaganda, censorship platforms of Facebook and Twitter schmuck, and have gone over to Parler because they're independent and they allow for free speech and they uphold the Constitution, well, guess what? Sunday, tomorrow at midnight, Amazon will be shutting off all the servers to Parler in an attempt to completely remove the free speech platform off the internet. This is Amazon. Now, we recommend you to buy products off of Amazon. But this is the first time ever we're going to say, let's boycott these pricks. Buy local. Stop buying from China. Let's stop using Amazon. I know I'm an influencer, and we've funneled tens of thousands of dollars through that platform. But for right now, this month, next month, however many months, that they're going to uphold this censorship from a free speech platform. Amazon is blocking a free speech platform because they do not like free speech. Well, that says a lot about Amazon. And if you wake up tomorrow and your Parler is blocked, well, you know where you're not going to be shopping in the future. Amazon. So, according to Parler, they're going to try to do their best to move to a new provider in time, but that won't happen. But there certainly will be a bidding war over who's going to host Parler because it's gotten that big that quick. Many other platforms will be shut down. Gab's probably next. Oh, you mean to tell me I could have just walked up to the door? Yes, Osama. Yes, it was that easy because they just opened them up. Yeah, that's how insurrection works. The Capitol Police open the doors and you get to walk in if you're going to overthrow the government. Be safe. We love you. Because everything I say is not necessarily true, but could be a ruse against the schmucks involved. They're in charge, and that's a boom. Proper prior planning prevents piss poor performance. When the people you elected, left or right, are trying to starve you out of your life, remove your civil liberties, and make you a slave that you always were, only this time you're going to be starving and complacent. Is that where you want to be? I don't think so. Continue to watch our channel for solutions, which begin now. Preparedness is everything. Do you have enough dry goods to live with your family for 3 years? Do you know how to grow food? Do you have a bug out plan? What if they come for your money? What is your retirement plan? Have you built community? Do you have assets? I hope they're food assets. Learn how to grow food. My investments are simple. 33% in precious metals and tradables, 33% in seeds and edibles, and 33% in bullets and fuck-youables. Be safe. And that's a boom to protecting your assets. Because they can kiss it. Well, my assets anyway. Click on one of the boxes for more knowledge. And be safe. We love you.